Hello everyone, welcome back to more Magic the Gathering Arena draft runs. We're going to do a quick draft Throne of Eldraine and try to do better than last time. What did I get? Did I get 2 wins last time? Did I get 0 wins? I don't know. It was a couple days ago, I think. Couple days? That sounds right. Anyway, what do we got here? Dance of the Manse is our rare. It's a blue-white. Oh, do we want to go blue-white again? That was a disaster. Artifact or non-aura enchantment cards, each with converted mana cost X or less, from your graveyard to the battlefield. If X is 6 or more, those permanents are 4/4 creatures in addition to their other types. Wow, okay. So this is like some like super late game card, right? It costs a ton of mana to do anything particularly valuable. But okay, it's a thing. It could work. Deathless Knight in green-black. It's a good card. We considered we drafted this as our first pick last time, actually, and then ended up not going green-black. Here's a green-white that likes adventure cards. That's pretty good, I think. Oh, what's this blue? What's the blue-green one? When you cast an expensive spell, draw a card? Is that really? Apparently. That must... I didn't know that was the blue-green theme here. Monocolor. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Blue-green likes ramp. Okay, I see. All right. Yeah, right. And the other blue-green card that we saw in our match against the blue-green guy was that like 2-mana ramp flyer, like 2-mana 2/2 flyer that also adds mana if you want. Okay, so how good would you say all of these cards are? If I had to guess, the uncommons are better than the rare here, but maybe not. Maybe the rare is a good enough, like, late game finisher thing in blue-white? I don't know. Dance of the Manse is rated awful. Okay, good to know. Deathless Knight, I'm sure, is fine. Hello? It's hard to see. As we talked about, this is... The problem is that the raw text of cards is not listed in the pretty view of... Oh, I see I'm looking in the wrong place. In the view you're intended to actually read. And so to search for cards, you have to actually go to the HTML view, which is the stupidest thing ever. And then it's really hard to see the ratings. Hello? Is this card good? I assume it's good. It's fine. It's a B. B minus, maybe. Alright, and Wandermare I kind of like better. But I guess I'm wrong. This is a C+. Thunderous Snapper seems kind of fun. I don't know. These are both like... They're more flexible, I guess, because you don't have to commit to 2 colors to play them. You could play maybe just 1. Ooh, Thunderous Snapper is... Oh, hang on. I'm still reading the wrong thing. It's a C+. Okay, so it thinks of these 4 cards, which are totally playable, that the one you would prefer to play is Deathless Knight. Which, okay, sure. I'll first pick it again. And it's black-green. Those are the colors we have so far. Sir Eleonora, the Discerning. So I know these, knights are pretty strong, I think, right? Equal to the number of cards in your hand. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Spells your opponents cast at target, it costs 2 more. Huh. I mean, is that good? It seems fine. What rating are you giving this? It's a B, so about as good as this card. But what if we just took another Deathless Knight? Oh, that sounds pretty cool. It's not legendary or anything, so we could play 2 of them. What is the black-green theme again? It's food, right? Black-green theme is food, yes, okay. Ah, right, and this is gaining life, gives you stuff, alright. Return to nature, I don't know, it's just some removal in green. This is a 2 mana thing that can also make some food, which seems fine, but we obviously want more like big, impactful cards, and we can sprinkle in random food synergies whenever. All right, so this seems like an okay start. Righteousness. Wow, that's a humongous combat trick. I've never seen such a large effect for 1 mana. Okay. You have to be blocking, of course. You can't use it when you're attacking, so... Yeah, Trapped in Tower, good card. Reeve Soul, that's a 2 mana conditional removal that seems probably reasonable. Sorry, my mouse is getting a little stuck here. Here's a 2 mana card that wants you to sacrifice food. Like, I don't know. It's kind of... What the heck is this card? It's sort of like removal for creatures with 3 or less toughness. But you also have to sacrifice food to make it happen. So I think this, creatures with power 3 or less, is like easier to work with. I don't know. I mean, this could also put on some pressure, right? You can develop it on turn 2. Maybe just attack with it. Maybe you don't have to like sacrifice a food for it. I don't know. But I suspect Reeve Soul is rated quite a bit better, right? Reeve Soul is like a B minus? Is that right? Maybe even a B? And I can't imagine that other card is nearly as good, right? Yeah, it's like a C minus. Okay. So just confirming like my own expectations. I don't imagine I want this, right? No. So we have a good reason to be green and or black so far, for sure. 2 of these cards is a pretty big thumb on the scales, so to speak. I mean, we should look at the other cards in case something insane happens, but unlikely. Oh. Now, that is a food activator. I probably want that. Okay, probably do not want Malevolent Noble. Wicked Guardian. That's cute, okay. But not really what I'm looking for. Fell the Pheasant. I think it's actually a pretty okay card. But the skewer has just got to be... God, what the heck is wrong with my mouse? Do I have... there's like a little hair over the optical thing. That's what's wrong. Okay. Or the laser thing, whatever. So how good is Fell the Pheasant? I assume it's fine. Just because like it's removal? Nope, they say it's awful. Okay, fair enough. And I assume the skewer is like... I don't know, like... We don't care that much about how good it is as a first pick at this point, because we're not first picking it. We know we have a bunch of synergy for it. It's rated bad. But they say it's particularly good in like blue-green. So I'll take it, right? I remember ages ago when last time Throne of Eldraine was in the rotation, and I played against some guy who had like giant skewer and like some other food synergy. I don't remember what it was. It was I felt pretty disgusted getting this thing going into me all the time. So I'll take it. Giant Opportunity. Okay, I mean it creates 3 food tokens, which seems pretty cool. 3 different ways to gain life, or opportunities to gain life. Festive Festival, meh. Here's this paladin that wants you to be mono black if possible. But it's like, I don't know, not that amazing anyway. Insatiable Appetite. It's a combat trick that prefers you to sacrifice food. Here's a large green spell that eventually makes a bunch of food. So this works best, I guess, with something that wants you to sacrifice creatures as well, because then you get creature sacks and you get food. Like that. We saw just a couple picks ago that thing that when it enters the battlefield, you may do 2 damage to a creature you control. If so, you draw a card. These would be like, okay, you're losing a 1/1, but you get a card. Even better, of course, would be to have a large creature you don't mind dealing 2 damage to. But anyway, I think Giant Opportunity is probably the best here. If we have excess food lying around, then we'll make a 7/7. Whereas if we have these guys on the board, we'll use it, or in our graveyard rather, we'll use it to create food and then keep putting them back. Right, I assume Giant Opportunity is rated as like, I don't know, what, a C probably? A D+, okay. But I don't think like Festive Funeral is great, right? Yeah, it's rated a little bit worse. So I'll just take it and try to get more food synergy. Reaper of Night. It's a gigantic card that gets a ton of value if you can like play it as an adventure first. Here's a medium-sized adventure creature. Golden Egg. So it is a food. And it also draws a card? I mean, I don't know. So is Reaper of the Night actually good? I'm not actually sure. I'm sorry, Reaper of Night, not of the Night. So I still don't really know, because like as I mentioned in the last one, I have like 2 different draft guides that I looked up, both on Channel Fireball. And one guy like ranks every card, which is nice. The other guy just kind of talks vaguely about themes and mentions a few cards. I guess they both agree on this, and they say it's like, it's okay. You can put it in your deck. It's a C. But I should be looking at like my curve a little bit. I lost a lot of those games. Actually, I don't remember if it was I lost to aggro. Actually, I feel like the guy who had that insane 3-mana Planeswalker, and tried to aggro me down, that was what I survived? I don't know. I don't remember. So, I mean, it's Reaper of the Night or this Carver thing. I guess we could just take a 2-mana 2/2. But I don't know how great that is. Or the Golden Egg. I mean, I don't know. Is that a good card? I assume it's not rated that well in this guy. It's also rated a C. Interesting. Okay, I mean, I'll take it. It synergizes better with the deck than this, and they both have a similar starting rating, so this is probably better in the deck. I don't know. Lash of Thorns is kind of a combat trick thing. Memory Theft. I believe that's a pretty good one. Here's just some ramp, which I don't really have any reason to do yet. I got memory thefted in my last draft, as I recall, and I was pretty sad about it. Lash of Thorns could be okay, but whatever. I don't have any creatures that I really care that much about giving Death Touch and keeping alive. In fact, my only creatures so far are my 4/2s. So that's sort of a problem. Maybe we need some more creatures, huh? Sorcerer's Broom. Huh. It's a 2-mana 2/1. And when you sacrifice something, you can pay 3 to get another 2-mana 2/1. So it seems like this is designed for the food deck where you're sacrificing food all the time. I don't know if that's enough to make it good, but everything else is obviously bad, so I guess we're drafting it, and like, it says this is a C minus. Oh, a D plus, I'm sorry. So, I don't know, this is probably not worth playing, but, like, right now I don't have any other creatures, and being able to, like, always have something to put the skewer on is kind of cute. It's, like, super expensive, but it's an idea. Okay, Fell the Pheasant is the only one of these I can draft. I mean, I don't know, it's green. Deals with flyers, but is that important? Who knows? Return to Nature is probably the thing. I don't like it very much, but it seems better than the others. A 4-mana 2/4 with Vigilance. Okay, fine. I do, like, sort of lack creatures at the moment. Here's a 2-mana card with Defender. It's bad, don't get me wrong. But, like, it's something you can play on too. So's Jousting Dummy. Now, Wolf's Quarry is a bunch of food. But so far I've only got the one thing that cares about food, right? Like, I don't know if I should be going insane on this, but I hope to draft more of it. And I don't know if I want a super late game thing anyway. A Jousting Dummy might just, like, let me live. And it's okay in the late game because you can... Like, I'm just gonna main deck this, actually. Feels stupid, but... I guess if I'm main decking Jousting Dummy, I should take Sorcerer's Broom as well, since it's, like, clearly better, question mark? Maybe? I don't know. I don't want 2 Jousting Dummies. Murderous Rider. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. That's a good instant for 3 mana. Just, 3 mana unconditional removal. And it's a playable creature as well, which seems like probably a pretty good pick, but let's look around. This is like a green hate. It wants your opponents to play green. Huh. It's not going to work that well in this deck, I don't think. We could take another Skewer. Ginger Brute. Okay, so it's a food that's also a 1/1 creature. That can conceivably get damage through. Like, it's evasive, right? I think we take the Murderous Rider, though. I don't need to look at the ratings to know this is a good card. As a creature, it's okay. As removal, it's pretty good. Giant Skewer would be another option, but we may well get another chance to draft it anyway. Here's this green thing. When it enters the battlefield, it's an enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted creature, okay, it becomes a 3/3 elk, sure. Would I want this? I mean... I don't know. This is like, it's hard to know, like, do you put this on your opponent's creatures to remove them, or do you put them on your tiny creature to buff them? They both kind of suck, right? But you draw a card. And at least if you put it on an opponent creature, you can, like, remove an opponent creature that's really ruining your life. Like, it might often be that a 3/3 is not that important, right? Whereas, like, they can have some ability that does really powerful stuff. Barrow Witches. Return a knight from your graveyard to your hand. Well, I don't really want to do that with these knights. I have this guy, which would be pretty cool, but he doesn't actually go into the battle into the graveyard, so... Okay, Jousting Dummy. Very funny. Tempting Witch. Okay, so you can make your food deal damage instead of gaining life. I think it's actually a playable card. Wildwood Tracker. This is more of a red-green card. It's like a 1-mana 1/1 for us, basically. So I think it's between this uncommon transformation thing and the Tempting Witch. Just because it gives you food and gives you something else to do with food. Tempting Witch is rated as better in a food deck, naturally. And also, in general, is rated D+. Whereas Kenrith's transformation is rated C. So that's pretty close between the two, given that we're like running a food deck. I think I'll take the Tempting Witch. Or that we hope to run a food deck. Flaxen Intruder. 7-mana sorcery to create 3 2/2s. Or it's just a 1-mana 1/2 that you can hopefully use to destroy some useful artifact or enchantment if you get some damage in with it. That's kind of interesting. Tournament Grounds, not really my thing. Foreboding Fruit. Okay, so it's draw, and if you can play it with black mana, you get food. Gingerbread Cabin, we're not going to be running so many forests. This is going to be exciting, I don't think. Right, like the deck is still very black. Here's an Adamant green card, which seems pretty bad. Flaxen Intruder is probably good. We just we want a 1-drop, and it's playable in the late game. It's quite good. Right, I assume it's fine. Not something you're like excited to first pick, I assume, so it's not going to have a huge rating. Oh, it says D. Yeah, that seems fair. I mean, but again, that's like, you know, that's a first pick thing. This is not something you would build a deck around, but it could fit into another deck. Whereas I bet Foreboding Fruit is kind of okay. Yeah, it's rated like a C. Well, maybe C-. Hard to tell. So that seems fine, and it fits well in the deck, so okay, I'll take it. I don't think I want a Gingerbread Cabin. Like, we're going to be running something like 9-8? 9 swamps and 8 forests, maybe even 10-7, since we have a couple of like double black cards, as I recall. We have one card you can play twice. So I don't know. Anyway, I think this is like fine, but this can give you food. But I think just having a forest instead of this is going to be fine most of the time. Often better. I've drafted like almost exclusively 2s and 3s. There's another chance at that snapper. We still don't want it. Eye Collector. A 1-mana 1/1 flyer with like an effect that I don't care that much about. I don't think it's a good card. It might be good in blue-black. I mean, it's a 1-mana card. We might just want it, and you know, it's not an especially good card in general. But what else are we going to take from this pack? Probably nothing, right? Yeah. Let's sideboard it. Well, yeah, let's sideboard it. It's a proactive card. And Lash of Thorns doesn't really do anything I need, whereas this could just be useful as a 1-drop, basically. Wicked Guardian, or we can, when there's more Wildwood Trackers, and these are not what I want. Wicked Guardian, huh? I mean, there's some stuff that I will sometimes have enough creatures that I can do 2 damage to, basically. Maybe? Namely, like, I don't really care if I kill this guy because I'll hopefully have some food. These two have 3 health, so I would be happy to have them take some damage. I think this is fine. It's like some card draw that gets you a sizable body often enough. It's not a great body, but it's okay. The giant skewer we could take another of. The other cards are not that good, so let's do it. More blue-white stuff. Malevolent Noble. Seems like, I don't know, none of this is really good, but it's a 2-mana 2/2, so like maybe we play it. I don't know. Another skewer, or something to deal with reach. You know what? I feel like I have plenty of skewers. Let me just take a Witch's Cottage. Because I expect I'll run plenty of swamps. And so running something like this to like take a creature card out of the graveyard, that could be quite useful on occasion. And it doesn't take up a deck slot compared to running a land. Insatiable Appetite. I mean, it's an okay combat trick, I guess. I don't know. I'm not excited about it. But I might have a bunch of food lying around and nothing much to do with it. Sure. This is all kind of junk. Maybe a flyer. All definitely bad. I guess... No, this is just awful. Because only one of the colors works for me. It's worse than a swamp, okay. Blow your house down. Maybe I'll find some amazing red thing to run. Seems highly unlikely. Lash of Thorns. Okay, I mean, still not thrilled about it. This drawbridge thing. Didn't I already draft one of these? I did. I don't think I'm going to want 2. Oh, this is white, though. Well, alright, fair enough. Giant Killer in the 3rd pack, just like last time. Sir Conrad the Grim. Oh, I think this is a good card. Whenever another creature dies, or a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, Sir Conrad the Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent. And he has a way to make everyone discard to trigger this effect. This seems quite good. Oh, we also have the Green Knight. It's a 2-mana 2/2. And when it attacks, another creature gets buffed by the size of this creature. So it rewards you for buffing the creature, which we have no particular way to do. Bake into a Pie also is pretty good, but I think we take Sir Conrad, right? I believe that was in somebody's list of like reasons to go black, practically, right? This one. Am I spelling Conrad wrong? Am I crazy? Someone mentioned all these Sir cards, right? Oh, he just misspelled it. He spelled it with a C. That's why I couldn't find it. Yeah. So what do we have to say about this? This is a... It is in the build around cards section. A card that is good enough to like just try to play that and draft synergies for it, which we don't really have any synergies. Well, okay, that's a good point. Anytime we get a creature back from our graveyard, that's really useful. And we have a knight that is able to come back, right? That's the main thing. I don't really have anything else that brings stuff back, I don't think. There's one thing I looked at but didn't draft. Okay, we'll take Sir Conrad. Because every time these guys die, the enemy takes extra damage. Keeper of Fables. I don't have many non-human creatures, do I? Like, the number of creatures I have is 9. 4 of them are humans. Well, okay. But actually... Well, I was thinking that maybe I'm cutting some of them. I'm not sure. The Jousting Dummy at this point is probably not very good. Neither is the Malevolent Noble, to be honest. Actually though, it's a good way to like soak up your mana in the late game. If you can like attack with a Deathless Knight and then kill it with the Noble and then later use some food to bring the Knight back. It's like it cost you a lot of mana, but you got a token on this guy and you got to attack, and hopefully Sir Conrad did some damage, right? So I think he's actually totally okay. I think we're probably just taking another Reeve Soul. Keeper of Fables is very powerful if it like works. But will it work? It's hard to say. Like, I don't have any way to fly, for example. So I feel like this will often not do anything. Just be like a 5-mana 4/5 that I can't play in time, whereas Reeve Soul is just good removal. I mean, I'll look. Just how good do you think Keeper of Fables is? A B+. And we said Reeve Soul was like... I don't remember. A B-, I guess. Yeah. So they're pretty similar, but I think that Reeve Soul is just like generically good, and Keeper of Fables... I don't necessarily have a lot of guaranteed ways to do combat damage, and it'll just be like a 5-mana 4/5, which is not very good. It's hard to draft too much removal. Another Golden Egg. I don't have that many Knights, do I? But it's a 2-mana card that does something. I do have 4 Knights. And I like gaining life for this guy, I guess. Golden Egg is just a 2-mana food that draws a card. Like, I'm not going to use it to gain mana very often, right? I think I'll probably take the Swordmaster. Witch's Oven. Aha. Now this is a card. It's a food engine, right? I think we're taking that for sure, Z's, but let's look around. Tall as a Beanstalk's kind of fun, but I believe Witch's Oven is a D. I would have thought that would be pretty good. Like, specifically with Deathless Knight, it seems like a powerful card, right? Maybe? Maybe it's not that exciting a combo. You sacrifice the creature, you get 2 foods. And then you can sacrifice the foods to gain life, and you get the creature back. I don't know, that seems exciting. It's a lot of mana. Like, one thing you can do with this is spend like 5 mana to gain 6 life. Sort of. That's like not that great. But if the creature was going to die anyway, for example, it's particularly good. And it really helps with Sir Conrad, I think, as a way to kill creatures and bring them back. I think I really ought to take it. Black, red. No thanks. Another Malevolent Noble? Seems like the only reasonable pick in this situation. I don't know if it's good, but we'll take it for now. Spore Cap Spider seems better than anything else. I might have trouble with flyers, and this could help. I'm probably not excited enough to main deck it yet. Obviously, we're playing best of one, so like sideboarding is basically not drafting, but it's like I just want to have it available, so maybe I can put it in, depending how things go. Let's take Tall as a Beanstalk, I think. If you copy a creature that's enchanted, the copy doesn't have the enchantment, right? I don't think it does. MTG rules copy creature. Copy. Create or turn the exact copy. Only the printed qualities of the removal, ignoring any temporary changes to that object. That's the informal. Okay, give me the actual rules. Copying objects. A copy of the spell, permanent, or card. Copy acquires the copyable values of the original card's characteristics and... Okay, don't care about objects on the stack. Mode... Oh, that's all stack stuff. Copyable values are the values derived from the text printed on the subject. That text being name, mana cost, color indicator, card type, subtype, super type, rules text, power, toughness, and loyalty. As modified by other copy effects, by its face down status, and by as it enters the battlefield. That set power and toughness. You may... They have some examples here. Oh my god, let me like actually... let me show you guys what I'm trying to read here, because... Oh gosh, how do I make it actually capture? Well, we'll just add a window capture of... there it is. Yeah, that one. Okay, so for example, Chimeric Staff is an artifact that reads, it becomes an XX artifact creature until end of turn. Clone is a creature that can enter the copy of any creature on the battlefield. After the staff has become a 5/5 artifact, Clone enters the battlefield with a copy of it. Clone is an artifact, not a 5/5 creature, because that is not printed on the card. Its ability is that it's a okay. Face, yeah, we don't care about face downness. As modified by the copy's status? What is... I just don't know what copying does. Okay, so anyway, it doesn't, I assume, copy with enchantments, right? Or am I looking for the word aura, maybe? Yeah, counters aren't copied. Auras and equipment aren't copied. Okay, got it. Hello? Oh, it forgot what window I was capturing. Okay. So, why were we looking at that? Because of the broom, right? Because I was thinking, what if we put Tall as a Beanstalk on a broom? Would it copy? No. I thought the answer was no, but I wanted to double check. By the way, can I just say how nice it is to have authoritative rules text compared to like Hearthstone, where, I don't know, cards just kind of do whatever they want to do? Magic the Gathering is much more formalized because people play it with paper. And so the online implementations have a correct rules to interpret, and they like actually get it right. And players can figure out what they'll do ahead of time rather than just drafting it and seeing what happens. And then filing a bug report when it does the wrong thing. I think Tall as a Beanstalk is fine. It's a way to make a small creature big. Very exciting. Sure. Another one? Sure. I'm doing pretty well for 2 mana cards. I don't think I necessarily need Marleaf Rider. Weapon Rack doesn't seem good, but maybe. It's like 3 1/1 counters somewhere. I don't really know where I would want to put them. I don't know. I don't really want either of them. I don't think it matters which one I pick. We already have one of these, but hey, let's take another. Handwalker is an adamant. Could be a 3 mana 3/3 in the best case. It seems pretty bad. I guess we'll take another Tall as a Beanstalk. I have a lot of small creatures, so... does that make it good or bad? I don't know. Alright, so it chose to put me at 10-7, which seems pretty reasonable given we have only 6 green cards. And by the way, 2 of them are like hybrid. Did I end up getting any Adamant Blacks? I remember I looked at a couple. I guess I didn't end up taking any of them. Okay. Not white, green. So we took almost everything black. Where's my... I took a green reach guy. Oh, he's still in the sideboard. Okay. I think given that I have 2 Tall as a Beanstalks, I don't really need a kind of weak reach creature. What do I not want in this deck? The Sorcerer's Broom obviously like kind of stands out as weird. But we have like a couple ways to sacrifice things, namely Witch's Oven and food tokens. And this can let you spend excess mana to create more creatures, which can help deal with Board Swarm. And also, does it work for this guy? A creature dies, yeah. So even if it's a token creature, this works. So I think that this card is worth taking, believe it or not, even though it seems wacky. Insatiable Appetite is one that feels weird to me. How am I doing in terms of like creatures? I have 12? I have a lot of artifacts, huh? I have an Artifact Spirit? Oh, I guess that must be this, huh? The deck is kind of low curve, in a way. But I have a number of, like, mana sinks on low-cost cards, and so I don't think it's necessarily correct to cut any lands. Right, like this couldn't be played as a 6 mana card, for example. And this gives me reasons to sacrifice things. Right, combine it with the Broom, for example. And you can just pay like 5 mana to put a counter on this thing and also deal 1 damage to the opponent. So I think Insatiable Appetite is the main thing that like kind of stands out as a bit weird. Even though it says food on it, I don't know if it really is doing the thing we want to do with food, but maybe it's fine because, like, I'll just have food lying around, hopefully. And that makes this a flexible combat trick. How much do I care about combat tricks is the thing? Like, I don't know. I don't want my creatures to die, so some for sure. Wicked Guardian also stands out as, like, what exactly does this card do? But it draws a card, I guess? Oh, here's my Adamant Black card. I did take one, yeah. How am I for removal? Is it just the 2 Re-Souls? I think. It is. So I don't want to cut those. Giant Skewer? It's so good, though. Smitten Swordmaster is... I don't know. Giant Skewer is actually, like, pretty slow. You have to pay 2 mana and then 3 mana to use it. Yeah, that is sort of a thing, huh? But I like gaining food, so... I think it has to be between, like, Tall as a Beanstalk, maybe I don't need 2 of them. Wicked Guardian and Insatiable Appetite. I think Wicked Guardian is, like, not that great. But it's like my only card draw, right? Or didn't I? No, I have Foreboding Fruit. I don't think I need a 4 mana 4/2 that badly, even if it does create some. If it does draw for me. Okay. All right, let's take this out for a test run here. I'm happy enough with the art and with the land on my, the art on my lands. "47 minutes, huh? Certainly faster than the last draft, but... or the last Throne of Eldraine draft. Alright, I have 4... I mean, I have a 1-drop that doesn't do anything. And a 2-drop that's a creature, and a 3-drop that's a creature. I guess it's okay. It's not, like, thrilling or anything. But I have 4 mana of the right colors, and I have some plays, even though they don't seem great. Well, I mean, I don't know. Let's put down the black first, just so opponent doesn't necessarily know what we're up to. Yeah. This may look like a black-white or black-red deck, because it's got knights printed on it. Opponent is red-blue, by the way. Okay, that's a 3/2, so I assume we'll just trade. Actually, I'll save this because gaining life is valuable to me. Sure, let's still not tell them. Now, if you attack, I'll certainly block with my 2/1, but I don't really want to proactively trade them off. Okay. It's a 1/3, I'm not too bothered about it. Why would you run that in red-blue? It's kind of weird. Now, I could make this Tall as a Beanstalk. it would be a 5/4, which means it could block these guys easily, but if it attacked, it would die to them. So I think that instead I will play this to do a bit of damage and then get down another knight, or do I just do nothing? I don't think doing nothing is the right idea. You know what? Let's just make this lifesteal guy tall as a beanstalk to curve out a bit better. And if opponent tries to remove it when I have some mana floating, I can bake it in an oven for more food. Golden egg also seems weird in red-blue, but okay, I see how Shambling Suit is happy about that, I guess. Opponent's missing their 4th land. Interesting, so these are all non-land cards. My draw's not that great. I have very few things that actually care about, gaining life. But I also have no particular reason to want to drop another 2/1 at the moment. Maybe we just do nothing. I could start doing damage to the enemy, but I don't yet have a source of food, so I don't see why I should. There's their 4th land. What exciting play is coming up? That's a little scary. Target human or artifact. You're choosing this. I don't like that. I could bake it into a pie now. Oh man, this is the worst. I kind of wish I hadn't played Tall as a Beanstalk now. But I don't think it was wrong to do so. I don't have any way... I can eventually... No, none of my removal targets this thing. So this is just yeah, let's just bake it. I don't like how this is going. Oh, maybe I should have played this first. Oh, look, more food. Oh, that's not what it does. That's the green one that gives you food. This returns creatures. Oh god, on top, if it had gotten in my hand, that would have been fine. I don't want that on my deck. It's a garbage card. Oh, man. This is so sad. I'm very dead. X would be 0 here, so... Okay. I mean, I guess I do have 9 damage just sitting here. Maybe I should be working on killing him. They have 6 health, though, lying around, so maybe not. Maybe I need to live long enough to draw my other Tall as a Beanstalk to kill this stupid thing. Or my 4/2s that try to win the game for me. It's probably more important than just gaining life. The worst. Why did I play this? Why did I put it on top of my deck? Answer, because I didn't read the text. Oh, the worst. See you later. Yeah, it got countered, so it's not going into my adventure area. I'll play another land. I guess I didn't think to evaluate the deck after I was done drafting it to say whether I thought it was good. I don't think it is that good. It could work. Oh my god. It could work out well if you draw the right cards, but it could also be kind of disastrously awful. Hate that. I guess I'm dead next turn if nothing good happens, so I better start eating. Alright, now I can last a little while longer. They're gonna play a 2-1 flyer, I guess, so I'll need to eat on another food just to like threaten to live. Probably. Yeah. Okay, I can kill the flyer. So I think committing to Tall as a Beanstalk, I don't know. I think it seems useful as a proactive play, but maybe you're supposed to like bait out removal before you commit to it? I don't think I had anything that could bait out removal. Opponent might... I don't know. This is a card you would play proactively anyway, right? So they probably would have played it to steal just a 2-1. And then maybe I would get to play Tall as a Beanstalk to block some damage. Okay, well, I mean, 3 life is not going to help me live here. Actually, it is. But I'd rather do it next turn once I've... Oh yeah, I remember this. This is a fun little guy. It's a carriage that... Like, it's a pumpkin, and you can have little mice drive it. Very exciting. We're super, super dead. Memory theft. Okay, it doesn't really do anything, but let's see what's in your hand. Oh yeah, no opts for you, buddy. I guess I'm not dead yet, right? I can block this and the opponent only gets in for 7. Oh no, they attack with the carriage, not with the mice. I am dead. Oh, or they attack with this thing instead. This is so crew means you have to tap creatures with at least 2, in this case, total power to turn this into a creature. Well, that's what I get for trash-talking Shambling Suit, huh? This deck did not do a damn thing all game. There you go. Still dead. But only by a little. Well, you know what? Let's just do this whole draft run in one video. It can't take that long, right? Oh, man. Are they all going to be that bad? I bet they are. There's going to be like one game where I get my knights to do something cool, but that's not even going to be that great when it happens, I bet. I didn't get like Trail of Breadcrumbs, which would be nice. As an addition to those cards. Okay, I mean, this looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? Tall as a Beanstalk, some 3-drops, okay. Try to keep this for removal before I play it as a creature, hopefully. But making a lifelink creature large is a nice thing to do in general, I guess. black. Okay, sure, I like black too. No, that's green. What the hell? Look at it, it's clearly black. So, we're both playing black-green. Good to know. Oh, giant skewer I don't like to see at all. Is this... It's an instant. Yeah, let's wait till you pay for it. I could put this out, I guess, but I don't really want to. I want them to pay 3 mana to equip this and then destroy it. Okay. Go ahead. You can, well, I don't know. Huh. Well, I'm sort of committed at this point to removing it. I might as well not take the damage. I don't know, it feels bad to spend like premium removal on a 3/1. But I kind of want to play this as a creature pretty soon anyway. Oh, now I feel really bad because I don't get to play this guy. I don't know, more swamps? So it's a 4/4 trample, but I can get tall as a beanstalk and be a 5/6. This is actually still enough to kill it. I don't know. I think it might have been a big mistake to spend my removal on this thing. But maybe not? I don't know. I didn't know I was going to draw Reeve Soul, and that thing was about to get, like, potentially to be a big problem anyway. Okay. I mean, there's my rider, right? That's a good pickup, I think. I could play it and not attack. Be ready to block either of these, but then you play this, right? So I think I play it and attack. I get some damage in. Opponent swings. Next turn... I use the lifelink on this... No, because he won't kill it. I believe... Yeah, if these guys both block in the same round, I won't get the creature back. Anyway, I think we don't attack. Make opponent pay for the skewer on this. And then I can make something tall as a beanstalk like this guy. Discard 2 cards. Well, okay. Reeve Soul is pretty good. This is not really doing anything for me just yet. And I don't think I need 2 tall as a beanstalks, but creating 3 foods is really cool. Okay, that's nice. So I get to kill the 3/3. Well, I might as well attack first, right? In case they choose to block it, although they won't. By the way, this thing is extremely frightening. Oh, actually, yeah, they can't react by equipping. Okay. That's a sorcery only. Let's go in with this now. Also, they have no mana. And if I make this tall as a beanstalk, then it's a 5/6. Opponent can make their thing a 6/5 to trade evenly for it, which I don't really want to happen. Let's just make some food. Okay. Well, if I'd made it tall as a beanstalk, you couldn't do that, of course. This is a sorcery. I'm not thrilled about losing a bunch of life, but I don't mind losing this guy on defense either. I want some cards. Okay. Now, if I make it a 7/5, it can trade for that, which is worth something, I guess. But I'm scared of being removed now. This is a 7 mana card, as I recall, right? Gaining flying doesn't matter to me that much. Because this has reach. Although if you trade, suddenly I won't have reach anymore. I don't know. I can't deal with these two creatures at the same time anyway. Oh, this is actually, like, pretty good. I can start activating it now. I don't like losing my hand size because this thing, as I said, can fly. But now the brooms can actually take care of this stuff. So let's just activate... Well, I can wait. I can activate on the opponent's turn, and then in case this thing has died, I'll get to bring it back as well. What is this 1/1, by the way? Okay. It becomes a 2/2, basically. So what I hope to do is accumulate enough brooms to deal with this thing. Really? It's going to be a little hard because I don't have a lot of mana to spare, but I think I have enough. Auto pay is fine. Oh, it still gets in for 5, huh? Whoops. I think that's okay, though. I'll be gaining enough life from these foods. I hope you don't have a combat trick. That kills me. Okay. Whoops. Oh, man. I was like behind all game, but I felt like I was just maybe getting to the point where I could do something. Man, just let me win a game. That would be nice, huh? Well, a man can dream. Rada. Is that a white or black creature? I can't even tell. I mean, a planeswalker or whatever. It's like, is that art for a white or black card? I can't tell. It looks more white to me, but it might have been black. This is good, right? I have like 3 mana. I have a 2, a 3, possibly a 4. I've got this 5. It's a great hand. Why do I keep losing when I have great hands all the time? Another one of these nobles. Doesn't seem that amazing. But it's better than playing this guy, right? Right, okay. So it's an instant removal that turns into a creature. We'll just get out a creature on curve and try to do something eventually. That's a 6/4. Tall as a beanstalk would kill it. Or would be enough that in combat they would both die. Sorcerer's Broom is a good pickup as well, I think, although it's a bit early. I have the Sir Conrad who enjoys such things. I actually don't know that I want to block like this. I would probably rather play both of... maybe I should just play both of these to begin with. I keep like committing too early on Tall as a Beanstalk, I feel like. Equip 5. Wow. So it very much prefers to be attached to creatures, to non-human creatures. Oh man, what are you going to do to me? You gonna combat trick me? I mean, I guess you can, if you want. No. Okay. Well, that should slow down the bleeding a fair bit. Here comes a bunch of food. Sure. All right, I mean, there's my 5 mana guy on curve. Seems useful, although it can't actually block this. So if I played these two, I could. Although I wouldn't want to. Yeah, let's just play Sir Conrad. It's really expensive for you to equip this anyway. I don't know if you're going to be excited to do that. And even if you do, all I have to do is get down 4 power worth of attackers, or of creatures to block it. Which could just be some brooms, maybe? I don't know, this is not even really like something you're excited to attack with. You might want to use it for mana, I'm not sure. Red-green. What is red-green, by the way? That's non-humans, right? Yeah. Okay, we seem to have stabilized a bit. Oh, here's some nice, lovely food. Yeah, let's draw a card here, see what we get. Oh, it's a premium removal spell. Great. So let's get down the broom. And plan to just zap him for one, you know, on his turn. I could do it now, there's no real difference, but I'd rather, like, I don't know, not have this sitting in exile where he can see it, basically. See it and target it. Excuse me? Once in future is targeting giant opportunity. I see. Ah, and it's putting that and Bone Crusher Giant into hand. Okay. So I guess you're going to Giant Opportunity into a 7/7, and then I will destroy it, is the idea, hopefully. Bone Crusher Giant's also a nuisance, don't get me wrong. Really? What is this all about? Oh, I see. You're threatening Stomp. Okay. Well, I don't think I will block. Is it any target? Yes. Beanstalk Giant. Okay, so you have another gigantic giant coming up. That's sort of an issue for me. Oh, it's a sorcery. I'm so dumb. I should probably remove that 7/7, right? Like, this creature is quite possibly going to be larger. And I would like to remove it as well. But at the moment, like, I kind of have to deal with what's in front of me, right? Knowing opponent has a Stomp in hand is really scary, because I, like, can't block anything. Oh, I would have to tap this to get another black. Oh, why did I tap like this then? Oh, I had to? No. Oh, auto tap was just wrong and I didn't notice. I see. God, what a stupid auto tap. I don't have any green. Why would you keep green for me? I mean, I should look, obviously. I guess once again, this time it actually... Wait. Yeah, it is an instant, so I should have waited on it. Okay, I'll block like this. You can stomp me if you want. But then that's that threat gone, so... This is horrifying. Why are you combat tricking to do 2 damage to me? Do you have some sinister plan? Okay. I mean, I'm not dead yet, even if you do stomp my face. Oh yeah, I am, because this costs mana to gain mana. Whoops. I mean, did the deck deserve to go 0-3? Was it really that bad? I don't know. I just don't understand this format at all. This set. This card pool. I just get clobbered in here. Like I mentioned, I played some Throne of Eldraine a while ago. I did badly, I think, but I don't think I did this badly. Well, it's a good thing I started this series with watch a bad player play draft, right? That's clearly what's happening here. Alright, I mean, I guess we're done for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.